Hello, hello, I'm Clean Shaven Cads and welcome to today's video. So let's of course address the elephant in the room. Why on earth did I shave off my beard? Some of you may already know, but it is November 1st, which means it is the first day of Movember, where the challenge is to shave off all of your facial hair and only grow a mustache for the entire month. On top of being a fun annual activity, it is also a great cause to raise funds for because they do support men's health, which is definitely on the decline in the more recent years, but also supporting cancer research for testicular and prostate cancer. So if you would like to join me, it is not too late. It is still the 1st of November, at least at the time of this recording. So feel free to shave it all off and start growing a mustache from scratch. So in the interest of fundraising, I'm not going to ask you guys to donate on my behalf, but what I think I'm going to do is that I'm going to donate $2 for every subscriber gained for the entire month of November. And in this case, I just checked, I'm starting off at 789, so very, very close to 800. So thank you to all of you who subscribe to the channel, and those who are new, welcome to the channel. But yeah, that's going to be the benchmark, so $2 for every additional sub gained from here on out for the rest of the month of Movember. And feel free to comment down below if you prefer the clean look or the bearded look. I am definitely biased and I prefer the bearded look because it does make me look older, but I'm open to overall opinions. So today we are participating in the current Soul Chase. It has been another 4 weeks since the last installment, and there is the return of the Soul Chase tournament with the exact same rewards as last time in the same milestones, so nothing has changed there, thankfully, and we are going to target, as usual, the first legendary tome with whatever soulstones we have. So looking at my group, I can definitely guarantee, unless we get super lucky, that we're not going to place anywhere near the Relentless here at the top, but maybe we can get lucky enough to get some of these gem nodes here at the bottom. And if you guys wanted to know the math behind it, we can hop over to the spreadsheet, which will be linked down in the description box down below if you want to check it out for yourself. And you can see here that we have the averages. Oh, well, we have all of the information for all of the data as far as the chances to get different types of soulstone ranks and whatnot, or different types of souls, different soul ranks and whatnot. But the main takeaway here is the average amount of points you will get for opening each type during a soulstone chase, and then the amount on average that it would take to get each of the respective rewards. So you can see here, focusing on the first legendary tome, that the easiest air quotes way to get that done would be 110 mortal soulstones on average. But we're going to do a combination of all three and just see how far or close we can get. So hopping over to the Altar of Souls, you can see that we have exactly 80 mortal soulstones at the moment. We have 7 immortals and 1 eternal. And yes, this is the eternal soulstone from the Halloween Titan event that I did manage to complete. From 4 weeks ago, we actually got more than usual, 80 instead of the usual 70. So I think we just got a couple of high rolls potentially on the last month of Hydra Clan Boss. So that might be contributing there. And for the immortals, I started off at 3 and we are now at 7, meaning I gained 4. And then of course, I already mentioned we gained 1 eternal soulstone, up from 0. I've not done anything to update my wish list since the last session, so we're not going to go over that. And honestly, at this point, I'm really just looking for decently good souls, just again, enough to get to the first legendary tome, but also to give me some mortal soul coins, because we are getting quite close to that 300 mark on the immortal soul essence, and that will allow me to buy a 4-star Nekret the Great Soul, which will be 4-star life harvest, where I get all the bonus stats. So looking forward to that if I can pull it off. So all we're really looking for is just some good quality souls, some good average luck. That way I can hopefully get another 60 essence today. So looking at the space we have, I think we're going to do 2 sets of 40 pulls on the immortals to get rid of those, and then we'll see where we are. I'm probably going to pull the eternal, and then we'll fill the gap, if any, with immortal soulstones. So let's get cracking. Once again, the average per mortal is around 8, meaning that if we're pulling 10, we want to see around 80 points, and we definitely did not get that this go around. 27 is definitely on the lower side, and this is not looking good. So yeah, nothing really to mention there. And one thing to point out here is that, you know, the average of 8 is over an infinite sample size, so pulling 10, 20, 30 is probably not going to make you converge toward the number, because it's heavily skewed towards getting something in the higher range. And so you do have to pull a larger amount to really get close to that, or converge close to that value. So not much going on here. Some epics that I don't really use and or have. I don't have Colin here, as the HH folks like to call it. Johnny, I don't think she's that good. But Madame Saris, this is a duplicate, but I think my other Madame Saris, my second one, doesn't have 2 stars, so that might be an upgrade for her. Steel Skull, I do use him in Faction Wars, but I don't think he has a soul. 165, now we're talking. That's what I was saying about you just need something good to pop up. It must be the mythical 2-star and the 2-star legendary. Oh my goodness, 3-star mythical as well. That might be a dupe. There's so few mythicals in the game that at this point, getting their souls is almost guaranteed to be redundant. So 2-star Terrace, don't have him obviously, and I don't have a mythical champion either, but we will definitely take 165 points. That is great. Akemtum, I don't think he's awakened at the moment, so that's pretty nice too. And then Ultimate Gaelic, I used to use him. I actually retired him from my Faction Wars team. I replaced him with Robar, so he's been benched. 5-star Deacon Armstrong, that is most certainly an upgrade for cruelty. So let's make some space and then we'll get right back into the polls. So space has been made, and that was not bad for the first 40. I don't expect the next 40 to be as high rolling as those few 10 pops, but we are already at 413 points in the Soul Chase. So we are halfway to the Legendary Tome, which is excellent. So let's keep it going here and see if we can match that. 85, pretty good. That is actually on average in terms of points, so we're happy with that. That probably means that we're not getting anything amazing here. Lots of epics, couple of 4 stars. Epics I don't have and or don't use. I've been keeping like most of the epics that are just 3-star or 4-star just because maybe I might want to use them in the future. But if it's just like a 1-star, 2-star, especially for an epic I don't use, I automatically sell those. So this was a low roll, so we're not going to expect much out of here. I think my Venomage already has like a 2-star, so that's not going to do much for me. And the rest of them are either low or I don't have the champions. That is a bummer. 43. So we got 1 average roll and then 2 below average rolls. So this one's not going to be amazing either, as expected here. This is the reality of it. You're not going to get 100 and something points every 10 pop from mortals at least. 2-star Skathix, I might use that. I think I only use him in the Epic Lizardman Secret Room, but nonetheless it's pretty neat. Can't say much about the rest of them. I wish I had a use for Sanguinia because she does have a really cool cleanse ability, but it's just so meh that it's just not worth using. Same thing with Catatanix. I've heard she's a decent healer for Demon Spawn Faction Wars, but you just don't really need it, especially when you have Dur the Hunger, or if you have Dur the Hunger. So another low roll here for the last 10 pop. Unfortunate. Bunch of epics I don't have. Akoth the Seared. I never had a chance to use him, but he is a good champion if you need a AoE HP burn early on in the game. Marquez hits really hard for a defensive based rare with Weaken out there. All right, all of those souls have been processed and we are now sitting around 600 points in the Soul Chase, so we are within striking distance for sure. Like I said earlier, we are going to go with the Eternal first because it has the highest point potential and it could take us all the way to the Legendary Tome right away, and then we can save all the Immortals to fill in for next time. If you recall from the spreadsheet, the average value for these is actually around 300 points, and so there's a pretty good chance we get a pretty decent amount of points here. However, the low end is also completely possible, which is I think 135 for a 5-star epic. So let us see what it is going to be, and we totally jinxed it. 135 means a 5-star epic, and it is one that I don't even use, with Ragnar Gold Gleam, I think is his name. Unfortunate. So that's probably not going to get us all the way there. If we do the mental math, 600, 135, so we're 735, meaning 130 to go. Now this is where it can get absolutely painful because nothing is guaranteed. The average return for an Immortal Soul Stone is around 55 points, so we could get it in about 3 to 4 and make sure that we get that Legendary Tome, but you could also super low roll and get like a 3, so there's a wide range of values. But let's see if we can do this. Hopefully we don't have to pull them all. 135 is a great start. Another 5-star epic, which we already knew from the previous one. And it is Grimskin, a champion I have never even thought about using. So that right there might have actually done it. I know I did some rounding when it comes to my mental math. So let's go ahead and check on the tournament, because 1 and done would be excellent. An excellent finish here. Did we get the first tome? And yes, hey, all right. Min-maxing there, we can call it a day. Like I said earlier, there is a slight temptation to try and push closer to 1,000 to try and snipe some of these gems here. But like I mentioned, the variance with Immortals is so large that you can pull like 5 and get like 15 points, or you can pull 5 and get 300. So I'm not feeling risky up to it, and we do already get 150 gems guaranteed, and most importantly, the Legendary Tome here. So I think that's gonna do it, and we're gonna call it there and save for next time. So lastly here, the moment of truth. truth, did we get enough soul essence to get to 300? And it is so close, 297. So I haven't run Iron Twins today, so that might get us a little bit closer, but not quite there. I mean, I guess maybe if we get essence from today's session, but yeah, I don't think Necret's in the shop for today, so I don't have to worry about it. But hopefully he does not pop up whilst we are 3 short. That would be very unfortunate because it could take another 4 to 5 weeks for him to come back into the shop. But very, very close, but not quite there. But we're basically there. So 4-star Necret, watch out, folks. He is going to be coming to a live arena near you. So overall, I must admit, I'm pretty happy with that session overall. We didn't have to go too far into the Immortals like last time, where I pulled basically 2/3 of them to finish out the first tome. So obviously the Eternal definitely helped with that. But hey, we earned our stripes in that Halloween Titan event to get that done. Let me know down below if you guys were pulling in the Soul Chase tournament, and let me know if you got any cool souls out of your Soulstones. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below for more content just like this one in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.